Tom, congratulations.
Thank you.
My goodness, what an outstanding performance. And is it a bit daunting taking on this president at this time period?
No. Not if you treat it like fiction.
Okay.
I don't know what it would be like if you did have that tremendous burden of trying to get something just like the guy. I just thought that's a non-starter. You know,
Yeah.
what you're doing is this script, and once once they say that guy is playing President Johnson, and it's a bit like him. It's not, it's enough for the audience to go, okay, I'll buy that.
Yeah.
I'll buy this. I'll buy it. Which is basically what you're asking an audience to do for everything.
Well, of course.
And if they don't buy it, it's the script's fault, usually.
So what got you about the script when you were handed it?
I thought it was intelligent, fantastically well written, intelligent, truthful, story, which was compelling. But had a very strong sort of narrative, and that's the centre, isn't it, of our cinema art.
Yeah, it's
Do
beyond.
you want to know what happens next?
Yeah, I mean, it's beyond moving, it's beyond incredible, and it's beyond thinking that it's really happened. And it's still, sadly, so relevant today.
Yeah.
And I just was thinking while I was watching this, was there anything about Dr. King that you learned that you didn't know or surprised you?
Not really. One of the things that impressed me was the fact that he was so uncompromising and was not going to get lured into playing the political game, which is the secret, I'm sure, of his success, that he was never going to enter into negotiations with Johnson. It was just sort of, this is what I'm going to do, and if you don't do it now, I'm going to do this. No, you're not. Yes, I am, and I will, and he did.
Pretty bold, huh?
Yeah. It's courage, isn't it?
Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also the fact that, yes, he was a tremendous leader, yes, he was an amazing man, but he had quite a team behind him, and that's something that I learned, because without that team, would he have been that bold?
No, but well, so you asked me why I did the script? It's because you get to see stuff like that,
Yeah.
That it isn't just sort of out there, sort of a great man and people are constantly following. It's, everything has to be scuffled for and fought for.
Yeah.
It's
And
good.
you look at a man like George Wallace, who Tim plays so fantastic, and then you think, how does a man like that get in power?
Yeah. You're Canadian, right? Yeah. I think if you lived a little bit closer to the south, you probably know that, how people like that get into power. Yeah, but they don't have to be nice people. Politicians, in general, I think, are probably not very nice people.
I guess you kind of have to be, I suppose. I don't know. It's tough. I wouldn't want to be one I couldn't do it, that's for sure. Let's talk about Ava, this tremendous director who made this movie. Wow, what impressed you about her? She just really...
Well, she's a huge presence on set. I mean, what was it? She'd overseen the script, and, you have to get this thing together. You have to struggle to get a movie made, which actors tend not to know about. And then the real impressive bit about it, of course, is that the real work for... in the making of a movie happens once the actors have gone home. It's when you start putting it together that you can make or break it. I've seen so many good scripts that I've done, not completely buggered up, but destroyed. In one or two occasions, completely destroyed by just willful cutting and not knowing where it is, what the audience wants to see next.
Yeah. Yeah, and as I was saying, extraordinary performances from everybody in this movie. Really, everyone's just given their all. But let's talk about David, because, whoa, he really pulled that out of his hat. What? Just extraordinary. Honestly, what was it like for you to work opposite this man? Watch him
Wonderful.
work?
It's very good when you work with somebody who's so kind of, into what he's doing. I was thinking of a rather more fancy word, but into what he's doing will do it, because he really, passionate about what it was he was doing, and it's It's good to act with that. It's easy.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, you've worked with
Makes it
so many
easier.
people over, like, I mean, you've had some good co-stars before, but do you still find when you get on set these days, no matter when you get these young up, and even these, up and coming talents, that it's a good sparring, challenge for you as well?
No, it's not sparring. You work,
Well,
you
not in a
work
bad
as a
way,
team.
not in a bad way sparring.
You
But
work as a team. You can make it look like it's sparring, but even so, you work as a team. That's how actors work with other actors. I mean, there might be some actors I've heard. There are actors who are out to get you. And I've come across it from time to time, but they're usually not very good.
what is it these days that gets you to make a film? What drives you now when you decide to take on a role?
It's the compelling story. It's the script. Yeah. I was going to say it's. I wish it was the money. My God, the money that I don't have doing the scripts that I do. No, it's the script. You just look at it and you think, oh, I don't want it. I hate traveling, by the way. I don't like, never had cared for it that much, but even recently, oh God, I don't want to go to this place, but somehow you just think, oh, I've got to do it. I remember once getting a script and it was set in Australia. And I said, oh, I don't want to go to Australia. It's the other side of the world. And I read it and I just thought, I got to go to Australia because it's just too good to let go.
Yeah, and we're glad you take them. I'm looking forward to this one you have coming up with Vince Vaughn. That must have been fun.
Oh, they're still doing it.
You're still doing it, okay.
Yeah.
I've seen the trailer, so I thought it was done. Well, congratulations to you. You did really an outstanding job, as you always do. And
Thank you.
come visit us in Toronto. That's not so far to come visit, okay?
That's fine.
Okay, good. Well, we will always take you. Love talking
Thank
to you.
you.
Thank you, Tom.